Hello, everybody. As part of this month's web series on adolescent to adulting challenges, NGO We Listen brings you the second webinar on conquering LGBTQ challenges. NGO We Listen has the dual aim of creating awareness and supporting people to achieve emotional and mental well-being and breaking the taboos associated with it. I'm Susie Singh, author of the book Seven Karma Codes, mental health coach, and advisor to the board at We Listen. Today, we bring you an expert in the field of gender diversity to answer all your confusing and complex questions. I'm delighted to introduce Akash K. Agarwal, a queer TEDx speaker and a LGBTQIA+ rights activist who works relentlessly to help society identify and confront its biases towards this community. He has made significant impact through his policy work with NHRC, police departments, and many other educational institutions, and he appears frequently in TV debates and national public events. Akash is also a social media influencer and Bollywood accessory designer, and has worked with various celebrities such as Sushmita Sen, Gauhar Khan, Swara Bhaskara, Mandira Bedi, the list goes on, Zeenat Aman, Lakshmi Agarwal, and many others on feminist-inspired fashion shows, and currently leads the Pride India initiative. A very warm welcome to you, Akash. We are truly excited and glad to have you here today. And we have loads of questions waiting to be answered, questions that I have and questions that all your viewers here have today. So once you've shared your thoughts with us, I don't think we're going to want to let you go.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Susie ji. And everybody at We Listen, it's an absolute delight to have my Saturday evening with you all. And it's going to be good fun and good interactive time with you all because you listen. And I'm going to speak, so it's going to be a good time together.
So Akash, are you going to share some thoughts about the community to begin with? And then we go into the questions. How would you like to take it on from here?
Let's be interactive. Let it be interactive. Would be great. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start with my question first. Identifying that one has a different sexual orientation can often be a very, very confusing thing for young people, particularly at a time when you're still trying to figure it out and you're wondering why you're attracted to certain genders, etc. So what are some of the signs and observations that you can help identify so that youngsters can actually recognize whether or not they're differently oriented?
I certainly would like to say from first my experience that while I was understanding my own sexuality, I come from a last Doordarshan generation, right? We still had Doordarshans back home and we had no Zoom calls, YouTubes, iconographies and icons to look up to or to content to Google who we are or communications like these were not the part of, the at that time. So for somebody like me who had no reference and the only reference later I realized while I was growing up and I was like what 10 11 was a transgender or intersex individual coming up to your home for a shadi and Holi and Diwali, right? They used to entertain a huge crowd and they used to dance and and that entertainment often used to nothing more than just the fact that a group of people were reducing and ridiculing them for who they were, and that was also a part of the discourse then, that these individuals were made mockery of and were mishandled or handled well. Both I've seen, at least in my growing years. And I knew that because I'm a feminine individual, I somehow might belong to them, but that was never soothing to me or comfortable to me, right? So it was very discomforting, or I should say, I never wanted to attach myself, and I used to be the one कि अगर घर में पता है आज हिजड़े कहते थे हम उनको, there was no other word, हिजड़ा आएगा आज घर में, दिवाली है, होली है, क्या किसी की बच्चा हुआ है, तो I used to run off of that place only, you know. I never used to be in that area जहाँ पे वो डांस वांस हो रहा होता था. अगर वो घर के चौक में हो रहा है तो I'll go on the second floor and peep in and peep out, because somewhere I knew that they will recognize who I am.
Ah, that's interesting. So you
Yeah,
felt a
and
sense of resonance with them.
no, I felt a sense of, I don't know what it was. I was not ready for them to see me or to
I see.
call out me.
Okay.
Or at that time, because I was a feminine individual, so I felt like कि मैं भी ऐसे ही नाचता हूँ. अगर मुझे किसी ने कह दिया तू भी नाच, तो it will be a very easy thing to compare the two.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I never wanted to be in the same frame with them.
But Akash, isn't it funny that even though you're right that they were probably made fun of, but at the same point in time, they were considered, their visit was always considered auspicious.
I never felt that. I never felt
That's
that,
it.
and I never seen it that their visit were very welcome. I have not seen that. You know, people have been afraid of them. People have shown restraint to them, or felt that
Yes.
they're unhygienic, or they're just some to be go with it and to करके निपटो ना आ गए हैं. I never felt anybody welcoming them. You know, and it's not that I'm saying it from my own experience, Susie, to be very frank. My father was very empathetic to them. Strangely, my father was such an empathetic individual. God bless his soul. But and I was used to be shocked of how he used to treat them with saying pani lo, chai lo, acha ye lo, acha. He used to treat them so beautifully and used to be like, अच्छा तुझे क्या चाहिए कितना चाहिए करके, and the whole extended family used to call out my father कि वो आ गए हैं आप संभालो, because you handle them so well. And even that was something like, oh God, why is my father going there? I wanted to, I just wanted to disconnect of that iconography or that resemblance in my life.
Yes, yes.
Because I saw a lot of guilt and shame in their eyes while they were performing and what they were doing in life. Or how people at large used to ridicule them while they were entertaining. You know, we've seen how people laugh on them while they're doing their job, or they look them down.
Yes.
Or so there was so much discomfort associated to that iconography or to them that I never wanted to associate myself to them. And I was not also sure that I am that or not. And which I'm not even today. For me, my resemblance and my existence had nothing to do with them. You know, so later when, yeah.
So Akash, I wanted to ask that this is such a pertinent thing. I think this guilt and shame accompanies everyone who is just different. Because somehow it's easier to belong to the crowd than to stand apart. And people fear those who are different.
Absolutely.
And how does one, if they do discover that I am different, how should they address this shame or this the peculiarity of being different? How did you overcome this guilt and shame that you experienced?
Self-acceptance was my only way forward.
But self-acceptance is a very, very, you may have covered the journey, and so it's easy for you because you have spent many years in that process. If you were to break it down, can you break down how you achieved?
So, somehow the fact that you were asking कि कितना अजीब होता है या क्या अनुभव होता है जब आपको पता चलता है कि आप वो, and how do you react? The reactions, at least in our times, why I was taking you to that memory lane is because एक तो iconography नहीं था, association नहीं था, plus Bollywood में ridicule identities थी, माँ का लाडला बिगड़ गया जैसे गाने थे, Bobby Darling जैसा caricature था, there was no on a very larger scale in mass media, your identity was nothing but someone for a 2 minutes के मजाक करना, उसको डाल दो, उसको कॉलेज के सीन में हिलता फिलता दिखा दो कि वो एक लड़के के ऊपर पड़ रहा है और लड़का उसको लात मार के निकल रहा है. This was the resemblance or this was the reference point for my identity or identity of us. तो ये सब तो हम नहीं थे, ये सब तो मैं बिल्कुल I could not even able to associate, even वो चाहे एक औरत हो चाहे एक मर्द हो, You cannot ridicule an identity of an individual because of the traits that person belongs to. स्कूल में कन्वर्सेशन नहीं थी, ये सब तो था, ये क्या क्या नहीं था, पर एक चीज थी हमारे टाइम पे, you being illegal, you being criminal, which thank God now kids don't have to go through. So the day I realized that what I've been called is gay, I also realized in 5 minutes that that is illegal and criminal. So school के text books में जब हम equal rights, equal citizens, equal पढ़ रहे थे, the moment I got to know I'm gay and I felt like, oh fuck, I'm not, right? And that was almost like where I've landed. I'm a second or a third class or a criminal citizen. I cannot exercise by saying anyone that who I was. I or people from our generations were not only supposed to fight stigma, but also to fight the legal battle for identity.
And
that
illegal
was
not only in the lawful sense of being a citizen, illegal as far as I think religion is concerned, because a lot of people felt that if you're gay, then you are anti-God, or you are pro-devil, or God has not created you. I've heard these really bizarre statements.
Not just heard, you must have seen it in your TV, no? वो एक पूरा वो लगाते थे, एक हिंदू आएगा, एक मुस्लिम आएगा, एक क्रिश्चियन आएगा, and they'll all deny us together. That was the only time they used to be together, and they used to be in one voice, right? To deny our existence. Yeah?
Yes.
They all had reference points to say we are not there. I still remember somebody telling me, आप लोगों को पता भी है आप क्या कर रहे हैं, आपका कोई अस्तित्व नहीं है, आप लोग गलत हैं, and all. And I told that man, मैंने कहा बाबा जी आपने गीता पढ़ी है, शिखंडी के बारे में सुना है? You know, we had references of our kinds in our scriptures, in our mythology, in our Kama Sutras landscape, in Khajuraho, everywhere our existence was given much before. And if we were not worth to be given that space, our forefathers would have just omitted out of the syllabus now. जैसे हम आज करते हैं, बच्चों के लिए ठीक नहीं है, इसको हटा दो. Why were we kept and documented in our history? Because we had our own reference and needs to be existed together. If you see, and if you know of any of you know about the Gita, till the day Shikhandi enters the war foot, the Pandavas were actually failing and trailing, and the Kauravas were winning because of the power they had. But the Krishna got this half man, half woman entity to change the whole game. So how important Shikhandi was for Pandavas to win? You know, but because today we mansplain everything, we speak from the space of kya batana hai, kitna batana hai. We don't want to educate or expand our horizon. So in my case, while everybody was talking about me that you are illegal or you're wrong and you are this and you're that, the day I got in my hand a book which was titled The Ardhanarishwar, I was like, oh wow, I felt validated. Trust me, I felt validated with that title. Because for long I was not ready and I was not aware of कि ये जो मैं हूँ, मैं गलत हूँ. And you know, because जिंदगी आसान नहीं है सुजी. So क्योंकि जिंदगी आसान नहीं है तो आपको भी लगता है यार इसका कुछ इलाज करो. यार I don't want to be who I am. मुझे क्यों अकेले रहना है, मुझे क्यों माँ बाप से अलग होना है, मुझे क्यों एक्सटेंडेड फैमिली से गाली खानी है, दोस्तों से दोस्ती तोड़नी है. What is it to be gay in India is nothing but isolation, or in world altogether.
Yes.
You know, isolation, suffocation, depression is a growing part of a closeted gay. And the moment somebody
Akash, when it comes to gays, because their feminine nature is expressed in their body language. So it's easy. It's easier to spot a gay than it is to spot, let's say, a lesbian, because they are not so. Perhaps in some cases you might find that they like to dress in manly ways, but it's not so easy to spot that gender. So,
But also,
did you experience any bullying, any sarcastic remarks, any pointing fingers at in school, in college when you were going through?
so I got to know about myself very late. Huh? I got to know about who I am really late because I told you there was no reference point. Though my disassociation to what we discussed in depth with transgender started much early, but I had no idea of naming it anything. All I knew is that because I feel feminine, they also dance like me. I also dance like them. I also love to have a lipstick on me, and they're ridiculed, so I will be ridiculed. There was no association much, right? So school में कॉलेज में तो ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं हुआ because कॉलेज में I dragged myself as an alpha male person. Because I was so tired with my abuse and my trauma at school level. I literally had to wear a face mask by wearing someone else on me as an identity, and I used to behave a very alpha macho man just to stay safe, just to
So you were
stay in
targeted.
sync.
You
Oh
were
yeah,
targeted in
absolutely.
school.
My school days were, I was highly targeted. I was highly targeted for me being feminine, fair, and fat. Good boys to play with. So it was almost like एक समय आ गया था जब मेरा स्कूल में अपना weight 130 हो गया था. I was 130 kgs in class 12. I used to not even move out of my desk because I was so suffocated to अगर मैं इस room से बाहर निकला class से, there'll be someone who will catch off me and will start.
Yes. Yes.
स्कूल की छुट्टी होके घर तक पहुंचने की जो जर्नी थी वो मेरे लिए एक रेस होती थी with time and with that I should just reach safe or reach with nobody bullying me. I used to wait कि एक टीचर जाए और दूसरी टीचर बस जल्दी से क्लास में आ जाए so that nobody turns up to my table.
So Akash, do you think any of this has really changed? I know that there is a lot more permissiveness in media. There is a lot more movement. There are people like you who are trying to make this more acceptable and really leading this change. But despite that, when it comes to individual experiences, do you think there is any real change out there in the world?
See, in respect to schools, it's been 2 years that some schools have started talking about gender sensitization. And you and me still come from a very privileged space, and we go to much privileged schools, and we have much privileged attitudes and attributes around us that we still can say, oh yes, there's a conversation about gender sensitization. But the fact is this कि जब तक टीचर जो अपने खुद के बाइसेस को चैलेंज नहीं करेगी, मतलब मेरे साथ जो हुआ वो एक टीचर के अवेयरनेस से बच सकता था.
Yes.
राइट? अगर एक टीचर को 100 टीचरों में से एक टीचर को ये दिख जाता कि ये लड़का ऐसा है and I have to be with this child, I could have had a different life altogether. So yes, even right now, so to tell you, we are in touch with Delhi government for gender sensitization for teacher trainings, because the government of Delhi wanted to introduce gender sensitization in their schools for kids, to which I with my NGO had a reservation of the fact that आप वो चैप्टर तो डाल दोगे पर पढ़ाने वाले के बायसेस कब हटेंगे.
True.
राइट? या वो एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन जिसके जहां पर ये होगा उसके बायसेस कब हटेंगे. तो जब तक हम टीचर्स को irrespective of the subject they are going to teach कि part of their course अगर gender sensitization नहीं है, the change will not amplify. Because so many times we associate to our teachers, we want them to be our friends, we want them to so many kids get impressed, in awe and inspired by their own teacher at early stage. So that's a good.
Yes, because they are authority figures. We want to be validated by them. We want to be accepted by them.
Yeah. So like everybody has their own favorite teachers, but if their favorite teachers talks about our favorite subject, would be good for us. So teacher training needs to be there to make it a real change. Still, and the fact is when I go to schools and colleges, there is still, we don't talk about जो आपके जमाने और मेरे जमाने में नहीं पढ़ाया गया वो आज भी नहीं पढ़ाया जाता, जो कि रिप्रोडक्शन सिस्टम, वो आज भी उसी डायग्राम की तरह बता दिया जाता है. सो टीचर्स जब तक रिप्रोडक्शन सिस्टम नहीं बता पा रही हैं, वो कहाँ जेंडर आइडेंटिटी का स्पेक्ट्रम समझा पाएंगे. सो ग्रास रूट लेवल पे बहुत अभी काम करना बाकी है. और ये तो हम दिल्ली में बैठे हैं, ये तो हम मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज की बात कर रहे हैं. गांव खेड़ों में तो उन्हीं की भाषा में ये बात लेके जानी पड़ेगी. हम पे वो वोकैबुलरी नहीं है, राइट?
ट्रू.
सो वहां पे काम करना है हमें. बिहार में बिहारी में बताना है इस मुद्दे के बारे में, अंग्रेजी में नहीं. तभी बदलाव है.
But coming back to an earlier question I raised, because we want to give these very practical tips. How do you identify that you may have a different orientation? And the reason I'm asking this, Akash, is because in my work, what I have found is even people who are so-called straight, they go through phases in life when they're very drawn to the same gender for experimentation, or they feel very attracted to them momentarily. And it's not that they have orientations like that, but it's a phase they go through. So it can be very puzzling. Is this how I truly am oriented? Or is this a passing phase for me?
So which side you swing has nothing to do with your essence.
Yeah.
Your sexuality has nothing to do with your gender. Your orientation has nothing to do with your gender. You getting attractive to a man or a woman and wants to be with them has nothing to do with the gender at large. Because for long, I used to think when my friends initially started saying me, Akash, why don't you tell your family that you're gay? And I used to say, but I don't have a man in my life. Why will I have a drama in my life? Okay, so for long, I also believed that being gay is having a man around. Like, as if we're reducing the femininity to having a man around. So my existence, my feminine or my essence as who I am has nothing to do have a man or a woman in my bed with. It's how I feel. It's who I am. So many times, we all know schools, colleges, and institutions which I cannot name, but where there are no co-ed space, they swing every way possible, right? But that swinging might be of individual who is bisexual, and they're equally welcome to our community. In India, we are still not talking about bisexuality. We are bisexual individuals at large, spiritually also. If you, that the Shiva and the Shakti combination within you.
Yes.
The Krishna embracing the Mohini Rupa. Right. So there are ways with the spectrum of LGBTQ. That's why I cover any and every individual who wants to swing with side. And few people swing out of pleasure and fun and for the sake of experience and exploration. But for some, it's their basic essence. It's who they are. So for any child, while they're coming out and they want to understand, now self-education is much easier to associate who we are. The but in tier 2, tier 3, अभी भी उतना ही दिक्कत है, बातें वहां पर उतनी रूढ़िवादी तरीका है, still that conservative. But the only way, I think, awareness of anything and everything, and it's gonna be a very organic process of how it's gonna be also a very organic self-experience of how you're going to demystify it.
Absolutely. And we actually, we have an audience question with specifically with regard to this, asking what should a young child do to explore the concept of self with regards to their sexual orientation? Matlab, I think what is being asked is, मैं कौन हूँ? The sense of self, इसको कैसे explore किया जाए?
I have no clear answer, because that child is going to be confused, will have no family member to discuss with, will have no relative or friends to discuss with. Who am I का discussion किससे करे वो? कौन है आसपास? Express किसको करेगा? Learn किससे करेगा? वो तो confused रहेगा, वो तो suffocated रहेगा, वो तो depressed रहेगा. Like मुझे आज भी याद है, कपड़े नहीं समझ में आते थे कि मुझे क्यों अच्छे नहीं लग रहे हैं, पर कोई जवाब नहीं था। स्कूल में निक्कर पहन के जाना मेरा को सबसे डिस्कम्फर्टिंग होता था, पर मेरे पे कोई जवाब नहीं था। ये नहीं कि स्कर्ट पहन के मुझे कंफर्ट आ जाता। इट वाज नॉट अबाउट क्लोथ्स, it's about discomfort to self understand who I am.
So help me understand this, Akash. You're really saying that you're being forced to role play and play a role that you don't want to play. So
Not
there is a
forced,
sense
but
of
introduced.
bit नहीं, but first
Not-
एक societal
not-
demand, जैसे अगर आपको एक तरह से तैयार होना है, ड्रेस होना है, you're fitting into society's expectations of you while you're still discovering who you are. So obviously there is a discomfort you're feeling that this is not me.
Yeah.
And it creates a conflict within you that why am I doing this? Who am I really? Now I'm saying,
हाँ, but
what do you recommend? कि उस
But it was
situation
not
में
a
वो कहाँ
force.
जाए बच्चे?
but वो force नहीं था, at least in my case, because मेरे को तो साड़ी पहन के भी कोई कंफर्ट नहीं आने वाला था, because कंफर्ट
Okay.
कपड़ों में है ही नहीं। कंफर्ट तो who am I में ही है, राइट? तो अगर मुझे लोगों ने साड़ी भी इंट्रोड्यूस कर दिया होता, फ्रीडम दे दिया होता टू वेयर अ साड़ी, but if I don't have intellect, if I don't know who I am, so that sari would not comfort me in self. I might like wearing it.
Yes, I get that. So what is your recommendation? Because that's what this participant is asking, कि अगर कोई बच्चा इस दुविधा में है तो उसको कैसे सपोर्ट किया जाए?
See, support करने के लिए तो we have to really see a child's growth, which is very common. How a child is behaving can speak a lot about different things that happens around a child, right? So that is very much there to keep a check on your child. You know what the child is up to. Gender non-conformity should be not within the child but with the parents. That if my child is exploring that side, am I okay for him being non-conformative of what I expect him to be? So much of awareness has to be around the parents and the family at large.
True. And we actually have an audience comment here saying that what about a case where the parent has provided that freedom to come out, where the parent is willing to have open discussions, and yet the child is struggling with a sense of self-identity or self? तो वहां पे क्या किया जाए कि पेरेंट्स तो परमिसिव है, एक्सेप्टिंग भी है, तो क्या करें अब वो?
ठीक है, अच्छी सी depends upon the child's age, depends upon the age of introduction to this self identity. बहुत if this is a very particular personal case, then अगर उसको 16 साल की उम्र में वो अपने पेरेंट्स के साथ डिस्कस कर रहा है ये, तो issues will be different. if वो 25 साल में डिस्कस कर रहा है, so because कई बार पेरेंट्स कहते हैं we accept as you are, but then their behavior have been of disappointing to the child who the child is. Right.
So you're saying there may be hidden signals, maybe some body language, maybe some kind of disapproval which is hidden, which the parents are not aware of.
Which the parents are not aware of, or the fact that, you know, even till today, I'll be very frank, I don't feel very good to make my mom feel uncomforted to the truth I'm living. मेरी माँ तो उस ढांचे में नहीं है ना जिस ढांचे के हम हैं. अब मेरी mother is accepting me, but sometimes I feel that it's almost like, you know, I'm not giving her what she would have happily accepted.
Yeah. So some sense of
So
having disappointed the parent. The guilt of having, disappointed.
Because somewhere for society at large, जब सबके घरों में शादियां हो रही होती है, बच्चे हो रहे होते हैं, एक फैब्रिक डेवलप हो रहा होता है और आपके यहाँ वो फैब्रिक डेवलप नहीं हो रहा होता है, तो you're odd one. या एक ऊन बुन रही है और ऊन में आप एक गोला में वो आ गया है, तो आप ही अलग से फिर वो ऊन तो स्वेटर नहीं बनेगा ना. तो यू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो सोशल फैब्रिक है वो अलग ढांचे से चल रहा है. Good, your parents are accepting you, but the child can relate to self guilt of who he is or she is.
True.
That's needed to be removed and to be discussed.
Okay. That I think is a very valuable point, that if your child is feeling some sense of having fallen short of the parental expectations, even if the parent is accepting, then that needs to be addressed. Wonderful. Akash, you also mentioned कि 16 साल का बच्चा बात कर रहा है या 25 साल का बच्चा बात कर रहा है, इसमें अंतर है. So I'd like to ask you, what do you think is the right time or the right age for someone to come out of the closet or have these conversations with their parents and friends?
So this can have multiple answers, because if you're a child and you're just 12 years old, complex, confused, but being abused, being traumatized, talk there and then. If you are a child at 16, knows who you are, and have no issues with who you are, and then you don't have to go to your family first to tell them I'm gay. You have to first see what their family is up to. Are they of accepting of this kind? So if they are not, create that atmosphere back home. Instead of coming out to homophobic people, first work on that phobia to them. Demystify your identity through them. Watch good cinema together. See what's your father's reaction. Is he accepting two men loving together in that movie? Or is he ridiculing them? Or is he walking out of the movie in the half time? So you'll get to know the kind of attitude your parents will have. And then you'll have to work towards that. So each and everybody, when to come out, has to be a personal decision, has to be a personal journey, and the reason. You know, so many times I tell my friends and to people who I deal in counseling also is to that I introduced my sexual identity as the most normal thing, the most outdated, boring thing. It's a past. It's no big deal, and that's how it should be introduced. I made sure that the conversation in family 2 दिन से ज़्यादा चले ही ना, इतनी normal हो जाए स्थिति. It should not come out as a shock to your parents or to anybody. And our work while coming out is also to work on reducing the shock people often have attached to our identity. Right? So if I want to come out and want to say my mother I'm gay, how about I don't come out from my mother's closet and tell her I'm gay? How about I look the most simple, undone, and walk up to her and tell her, and that's it? Why do I have to create an ambience and push it? Yeah.
So don't treat it as something extraordinary, and don't sort of build it out of proportion. Treat it as a normal event.
Yeah. Normalize this discussion back home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bilkul.
So
and the other thing is,
so many times you've seen in this movies and serials that वो एकदम कमरे से अपनी माँ की साड़ी पहन के आ गया to tell I'm gay.
Yeah.
And माँ शॉक हो गई, पर माँ ने उसको एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. वो जो आजकल टीवी में एक्सेप्टेंस दिखा रहे हैं ना कि एकदम क्रॉस ड्रेस होकर आया और सबने एक्सेप्ट कर लिया. It's a far-fetched dream. बहुत समय लगता है साड़ी पहनने में, उसको अपनाने में, और फिर दुनिया उसको अपनाए तो. You know, you have to just see my journey of 10 saal ka, how I started with just one nail art, one kajal, one day a lipper. Today to what I'm wearing, to yesterday what I was wearing was not same. It's almost like how you must have grown up as a woman, na? A young girl, an adolescent, a teenager, a 25-year-old, 30. So our dress change with time and to who we are.
Yeah.
And we express with it. So a 16-year-old child doesn't have to look like a 25-year-old woman while coming out.
Sure.
I don't know how people would take it, but I
also want to check with you. How does one find the courage to do this? Because I have known of a lot of people who, until they were in their 40s, were still terrified of coming out. And I think their families kind of guessed their orientation. But they were really scared. They felt that, like you mentioned, their parents would be disappointed in them. And particularly where they are the only son, it becomes even harder. You know, parents expected I will be the son to them. And now, you know, am I really, am I going to be undeserving of their love? So वो जो courage जोड़नी पड़ती है, वो कैसे करे?
In my case, I started the discourse by being accepting of people and stop seeking acceptance. Just then, the day I self accepted myself, and then I started accepting people as who they are.
Hmm.
And then I started having like, if you have homophobic parents back home,
Hmm.
or if you have Islamophobic parents at home, or if you have some kind of ideological parents back home, and if you have family which is casteist, classist, or elitist, or discriminative in nature, you have to break those barriers and those shackles from their brain to first. Because if you don't have a family who respects any and everybody's human rights or equality at large, that family would never appreciate or accept you. Or if you
So
as
what
an
you're really
individual,
saying is first work on their limiting belief systems of the
yeah,
family unit itself.
yes,
Break
yes,
those barriers. And you can only do that if you have already had a degree of self-acceptance yourself, because otherwise you won't be able to. So first step is self-acceptance. Second step is breaking the limiting beliefs or the
second step
non-diverse
is
beliefs.
actually first is self-acceptance, second is accepting everyone as who they are.
Yes,
It takes
yes.
a
Okay.
lot for you yourself to accept the other person like who they are. While you seek your own acceptance, are you going to still fat shame someone, skin shame someone, caste shame someone, being Islamophobic or homophobic in nature, being caste discriminative of nature? You need your acceptance, but you will practice all possible discrimination in the society. Why are you worth of acceptance then? If
Yes.
if you are sweeping venom in the society, you will get your share of venom back.
Hmm.
तो अगर माँ बाप में दिक्कत है, बहन भाइयों में दिक्कत है, तो उनके होराइजन को बढ़ाओ, घर में सोच बदलो. जब माँ बोलती है कि देख उसकी, बताए तुझे आज क्या हुआ, उसकी लड़की उसके साथ पकड़ी गई, तो माँ को वही
Hmm.
टोको, माँ नन ऑफ योर बिजनेस. तब बात बदलेगी. तब माँ
बिल्कुल.
तब चाचा ताऊ भी नन ऑफ योर बिजनेस करेंगे जब तुम्हारे यहाँ दिक्कत होगी. पर जब तुम दूसरों के नन ऑफ योर बिजनेस में अपना बिजनेस ढूंढोगे, तो लोग तुम्हारे बिजनेस में अपना बिजनेस ढूंढेंगे.
बिल्कुल.
Yeah, so
बिल्कुल.
call out what and where your parents are practicing wrong.
Hmm. So here is, I think, where you're talking about be non-judgmental towards others and also stand up for non-judgmentalism within your own family.
Absolutely.
Because only then can you create a atmosphere or an ecosystem of complete acceptance regardless of differences.
True.
Beautifully said, beautifully said. There is another question from the audience, Akash, asking how can we, and I think you partially answered this in the family environment, how can we get other people to become more accepting of this LGBTQ? Now, family system में तो आपने बड़े अच्छे से ये जवाब बता दिया, step by step, we have practical tips. But when it comes to your peer group, when it comes to your friends, how do you, outside the home, how can we do this? Create this acceptance?
You know, in my journey and at many individuals' journey at large, there only one acceptance you need for your food on your plate and shelter at your home, right? तो घर में अगर acceptance मिल गई, तो उसके बाद वो friends तो friends है ही नहीं जो आपको accept नहीं कर रहे. और patience is a virtue. तो घर में acceptance, मतलब मेरा साथ ये था कि मुझे 5 साल लगे ये समझने में मैं कौन हूँ. मैं अपनी माँ को 15 साल देने के लिए तैयार हूँ, 5 मिनट नहीं. तो मैं अपने दोस्तों को दूंगा उनको टाइम टू फिगर आउट हु आई एम, as long as the conversation is towards the positive end and is not hateful and it's not abusive, and the moment you understand that the person is looking forward to understand you and will have a shift towards you. If you know the person is homophobic, hateful, disregarding you, ridiculing you, get out of that toxicity ASAP. Don't take it. Then patience will not work. But anybody who's seeking to understand you and have stupidest of questions for you, it's okay because you had your own stupid times to yourself.
You know, Akash, this is a very important distinction you're making, because what I'm hearing you say is when it comes to your family, even if you find that there is people are homophobic, invest the time, energy, effort, because they are your family. But when it comes to outsiders, you're not born to them. You can make choices who you want to be with. तो वहां पे समय बर्बाद मत करो. Keep the patience for the family.
For the friends and for workplace, have patience as long as the conversation is towards a good end.
It's positive. Yes. Yeah. And even in the workplace, what can you do if there is some sort of an exploitation, snide remarks among colleagues, if there is some sort of, a perceived exclusion that is being, it's not overt, so you can't really report it.
You know, so what will happen? So what will happen? अगर आप अपने घर में आपके बारे में नहीं पता है, तो अपने ऑफिशियल अब्यूज के सामने खड़े होने का. Because you are worried कि घर में भी किसी को नहीं पता, ऑफिस में भी मेरे बारे में सब गड़बड़ हो गई है, अब मैं कहाँ जाऊं? Where is why you going to seek your support system? Where are you going to go back home? Which side will you go? So if you have created a strong backbone at home, it would be such an easy fight to fight further in office, because then you can go back to your home and sleep well. But if you are going through a trauma at workplace and you cannot discuss it back home, or you cannot sleep good back home, it will harass you. You will never be able to take a stand, because घर में माँ बाप कहेंगे काम पे क्यों नहीं जा रहे, जाओ. तो जब माँ बाप को पता होगा कि ऑफिस में दिक्कत है, तो कहेंगे बेटा डोंट गो, स्टे होम और टेक अ एक्शन, लीव दैट जॉब, we'll support you, go to a new job. So that's why I really push a lot for things to change before and much well in time at home. Then tackling workplace harassment becomes little easier, because you have somebody to support you with. Calling out your own harassment will not help you until and unless you are calling out when others' harassment happen. To all those people who want to have allyship around them, they have to be allies to others. My journey of allyship was when I was a feminist at heart, and I used to go to Jantar Mantar and Nirbhaya ke mein Rashtrapati Bhavan ke bahar humne dande khaye hain. So that was about standing to human rights you believed in, or even to going to farmers' protest, right? So at large, because I believed in allyship for the human rights, while you are practicing your allyship for others, people will walk up to you and stand for you.
But isn't that unfair, Akash, that people like you have to work that much harder?
No, I think everybody should work that much harder to make this society sane.
Yes.
Everybody has to. Everybody who believes in equality is working hard towards a better time.
So it's more about general principle of collaboration and standing up for others, but not only because I am different that I need to have more allies. मतलब नहीं तो वो लोग misunderstand कर लेंगे कि मैं अपने आप को protection एक create नहीं कर रही हूँ through my allies. I'm standing up for them because I have experienced abuse. I have experienced it, and therefore I understand the pain of it. Yes, absolutely. Yes, wonderful.
You know, the idea is very simple. It's like, treat how you wish to be treated. That's it.
True. So I also want to know, just like when it comes to sexual abuse for women, we have now POSH committees, etc. Is there any committee or any other ruling that gives protection to people like you in a workplace environment?
No, we still have no rulings against homophobia. We still, there are policies in place at the workplace where there are policies for inclusivity, increment, reservations of kinds, but they still have no policy in place to stand against an action against homophobia. It's almost like we all know how POSH works and what are the drawbacks there, right? And how much difficult it is to put somebody through that legal fight.
Experience. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
The legal fight is much different. So we are not as society or as institutions still addressing homophobia. So when I go to institutions and I have to have a talk with them, the very first thing I say to them is that, okay, you have a policy in place, but if you have a HR who's homophobic himself or herself,
true,
how will that policy be implemented? You have a Pride Month talk in your campus today, but you are the one in the office who's not even attending it. You don't care. as a high hierarchical boss. So if a boss at the top level wants to amplify and make it a point that it is being told that I am going to look into this matter and I am very much sensitive and aware about this, and I am looking forward for equality at workplace in real, then only it will impact. You know, so if your bosses are not even concerned of what's happening, so there has to be a clear communication between a junior level queer individual to the top level boss. उसको आपने एम्प्लॉयमेंट सिर्फ टोकनिज्म के लिए अपने आप को डाइवर्स बनाने के लिए नहीं दी है, उस पर काम करना होगा,
True,
राइट?
true.
तो होमोफोबिया को एड्रेस करना होगा विद इन सर्कल. आप कैसे होमोफोबिया एड्रेस करते हो? आप इक्वालिटी की बात करते हो, आप इक्विटी की बात क्यों नहीं करते हो? द आइडिया इज टू वर्क फ्रॉम द स्पेस ऑफ इक्विटी. आप जेंडर पॉलिसी को न्यूट्रल बना देते हो. आई डोंट वांट अ न्यूट्रल जेंडर पॉलिसी, आई वांट अ डाइवर्स जेंडर पॉलिसी. Neutral
Help me
policy.
understand. Help me understand the difference between a neutral policy and a gender diverse policy.
So, and I'll sound political, but it's almost like going down south and telling them Hindi bolo, it's your national language.
Okay.
Right? Easier to know and understand, right? So if I am bringing a policy, irrespective of what they come from or what the culture they come from demands from you, would not correlate to them. So if you want a gender diverse policy where you don't mix one big washroom and say man, woman, and others go in one, we are neutral. No, make free washrooms, make safe spaces. I don't want a man in my washroom feeling equally discomforted as I. Let them both be comforted and then only they'll feel good about each other. Otherwise, they'll catcall each other in the washroom itself. So neutrality often brings more hate and more phobia because other person feel insecure of you coming in their territory instead of developing your own space.
Yes.
Neutrality में ये होगा ना कि लड़के कहेंगे यार हमारा वॉशरूम था इनको जगह दे दी.
बिल्कुल
तो
बिल्कुल.
they will feel like कि हमारी जगह काट ली, हमारी जॉब काट ली, हमारी space काट ली. So you have to create space instead of reducing spaces.
Got it. Got it. I agree. So much as I have other questions, I'm keeping an eye on the watch, and I would really like to open this up for any questions that the audience may have. And if we still have time, we can come back to some more of my questions. So is there anyone in the audience, if you'd like to ask Akash a question, please unmute yourself, put on your videos, and feel welcome to ask Akash any question that you'd like to. That resounding silence somehow, Akash, in itself shows how much discomfort we have on this subject, you know? It's very interesting.
So I want to ask a question. I was actually typing it out and I thought it's taking me a long time. So Akash, thanks so much. You've been wonderful in this session. So I have a specific question that for a young adult, okay, to explore. So the person has come out and is supported by family, friends, and everybody. That's not a challenge. That part is not a challenge. But what I want to know is that for a person who has come out to be bisexual, how, what should the person do to explore their own identity, their own sexuality? Because this person has shared with me that, the person has experienced a lot of anger and a lot of identity crisis, as in not knowing and not accepting. So while right now she is she's okay. I mean, her anger issues have decreased a lot, but I want to enable and help her that what is it that she can do to explore? What work can she do? What, I mean, should she go and meet with other people from the LGBTQ? Is there something? I don't know. I just want to help her as to what she can do to explore herself and be more sure and more aligned to who she is.
Yeah. So often people have guilt attached to it. to this, but this person has shame attached to the identity, not guilt. So this case sounds to me as someone who has shame attached to who they are, disassociation with self, no confidence with self, because that person might often practice the same that she's seeing with herself. She must be practicing the same shame giving to others, and I'm not judging the person, and I'm not doing any characteristic assassination right now. But often, while because I am not of acceptance of anything odd of others, it takes time for me to accept my own oddness or uniqueness. तो उस oddness को uniqueness बनने का जो समय है वो आपके behavior का है.
Okay.
You know, क्योंकि आपको लगता है कि यार I don't want to be this sympathetic ball. मुझे नहीं लोगों की sympathy चाहिए. What should I do about? You know, you have so much anger attached to the identity you belong to. You're not able to make peace with who you are. Not because people are not accepting you, but because you are not accepting your truth.
Okay. Okay.
Because somewhere you're practicing as a shame provider. And that's why that shame is attached so much to your own self.
Okay. So what I'm hearing and what I'm understanding is that if I want to work with this person, I need to help her to explore this shame that she may or may not be, whatever, you know, to maybe verbalize that, get that out and to examine that shame.
Sympathy attached to herself, which she must be having a problem. She must be thinking कि ये लोग जो मेरे साथ अच्छा ट्रीटमेंट कर रहे हैं मतलब मेरे पे सिंपैथी कर रहे हैं, मुझ पे दया कर रहे हैं.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, ऐसा नहीं है. I can vouch for that कि ऐसा नहीं है. But what but I've got this part from you that you know, to explore the shame angle of that you know, how much of shame is she still experiencing, or is she not, and you know how it is. But
and sometimes people don't want to associate to as who they're born to. उसको है दिक्कत जो उसके साथ हुआ है. What's wrong? Not everybody will accept. Good, you're accepting. But if she is not self-accepting herself, how will she come out of it? It is like
no. So let me just tell you. Yeah. So here, it's not that she's not accepting herself. She told her friends, and she told it on her own happily. And they had a party. They had made this rainbow cake and did a coming out party and everything, right? So all of that happened. I mean, you know, and her parents were there with her. Her family was there with her. So all of that worked for her, and she does not have any problem in saying that she is bisexual, right? But having said all of this, this is one aspect of it. But because probably she is very young, she's not really, I don't know, exploring or fully identified. 19.
Okay.
19. So she's
so
not.
I'd like to just come in here. This is a very interesting and important conversation. And I think, Akash, I'm going to put this question to you. Do you think that this person needs to work with her self-rejection? Maybe somewhere in her mind, उसके मन में ये सवाल है कि भगवान ने मुझे अलग क्यों बनाया? मैं सबके जैसी क्यों नहीं हूँ? So these are questions she needs to find answers to. And Nobita, if you can perhaps help her find those answers. And I think there is a line that Akash spoke, which I found extremely beautiful, and maybe you can use that line for her, that this is a rite of passage. It's a journey from oddness to uniqueness. तुम्हें भगवान ने ऐसा इसलिए बनाया because तुम unique हो.
You know, so many times initially when I used to sleep, मैं रोज रात को ये बोल के सोता था कि भगवान मैं क्यों? And I started changing by getting up and say भगवान मैं क्यों नहीं? Who will it be if not me? It's all attitude change. You know, so many times we have girls who have breast issues of the size of the breast they're born with, or they have skin color they have, irrespective family accepted है, family ये है, family वो है. बच्चे को पता है कि at the large उसको socially कैसे उसके रंग के लिए उसको depression हो जाता है, उसको अपने size of breast के लिए depression हो जाता है. लड़के को you know अपनी alpha male अगर वो नहीं है तो उसको peer group पे acceptance at 19 is just expressing of who they are, is not accepting the package it will always have.
Right.
When I accepted myself, I accepted the fact that the society is classist, misogynist, sexist, everything other than it should be.
Hmm.
So because I've accepted myself and took my own good time, you believe that the child might not be feeling that people have sympathy attached to me, but might be she, or might be she doesn't want to be this individual
Hmm.
who might be missing some opportunities in life. There'll be friend circle who would be saying that there's a good handsome guy but who's not interested in a bisexual chick then.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, so we don't know the layers of issues this young girl is getting in her peer group.
Right.
So
Right.
the only way
Right.
you can handle it while you have a very open space for her to talk beyond her sexuality and at large what's happening with her.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Akash. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Any other questions? Anyone else would like to ask Akash a question? Okay, Akash, I really want to, just ask this of you is if a person meets a group of people who are homophobic or transphobic and they're in a crisis situation, तो उन्हें क्या करना चाहिए और मदद कैसे मांगनी चाहिए? It's not always very easy to just, walk
Yeah,
away.
absolutely, absolutely. पर ये बहुत सिचुएशनल है, मतलब कहाँ पे फंसे हो, कौन है, मतलब थोड़ा सा आप इसको मुझे एक्सप्लेन करो. What do you
No,
want?
sometimes it could just be like you mentioned in school. Of
Hmm.
course, at that point in time, you hadn't discovered yourself. But if a person has discovered themselves and they are sort of surrounded by a group of, it could be peers, it could be
Yeah, then you
colleagues or
have to talk to
students.
somebody at
So,
home. You have to have somebody to share with, school teacher, and now to with God's grace we have counselors in every school and we have all of those things. But बच्चा नहीं बोल पाता डर के मारे भी, ये भी होता है. वो और डर जाते हैं कि अगर बात करी, उनकी शिकायत करी तो मेरा क्या होगा.
बिल्कुल.
So और वो एटमॉस्फेयर कई बार आपके घर में ही होता है that you face abuse by parents because of who you are.
Yes.
It's not easy. I'm not going to underestimate the fact that the kind of violence parents do to their own kids because of they feel shameful of the child is.
And in many cases, Akash, I've had people come and tell me that while the parents were very accepting on the surface, but they were broken dreams that they could see in their parents' eyes. जिस तरह तुमने कहा कि अरे हम तो सोचते थे बहू घर आएगी, हमने तो ये सोचा था old age में सहारा बनेगा. So there is this whole feeling that okay, they are not telling me anything, they are not rejecting me, but I have somehow caused or brought upon them so much trouble or pain, emotional pain maybe, or unfulfillment of dreams or whatever else. So in that case, you're going to be very closed at home, even though you have acceptance.
Yeah.
So I'd like to ask you this question. If there is a person who finds that they don't really have a safe space to speak in, can they reach out to someone like you, and do you do counseling for people in these cases? So can you talk a little bit about that? Because if anybody is feeling isolated, they should know that they are not alone and they can find support and they can find help.
Yeah. So if you don't have a safe space back home, and if you're unable to create a safe space back home, then you have to be in touch with counselors and you have to be in touch with NGOs who are working towards it. You also have to be in touch with self-help groups. You also be actively involved with people from the community so that you can seek support. Also, so many times NGOs, counselors, friends, everything fails. What happens in the family?
Yeah.
Trust me, everything fails down. इतना अजीब तरीके का अब्यूज बच्चे से हो रहा होता है कि हम में से कोई घर में अंदर नहीं जा सकता. वो तब तक नहीं होता जब तक बच्चा पुलिस एक्शन लेने को तैयार ना हो. So sometimes the things go so far ended. The moment a counselor walks into a homophobic home, the life of the child will be more messy.
Difficult.
Yeah? Because they'll say, oh, अब तो समाज को पता चले जा रहा है कि तुम कौन हो, अब हम ये सुनेंगे क्या? So they would think it as an add-on to their shame. हम पागल नहीं है, तुम पागल हो, तुम्हें काउंसलर की जगह हमें नहीं चाहिए. Right? So
yes.
The child goes, and that is why there's so many lives lost in this process. कितने The only reason I'm sitting and doing this blah 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 with you is because my mom accepted of who I am, right? Because I have a food in my plate and a shelter over my head. So if we are unable to do that, अगर घर में homophobic parents हैं, तो फिर सब्र रखो, धीरे धीरे काम करो उन पे, सेल्फ इंडिपेंडेंट होना शुरू करो, फाइनेंशियली सिक्योर होना शुरू करो. Early start your financial security and your self-dependence instead of seeking their dependence for long. जो क्लोजेट में हो शायद 2 साल और क्लोजेट में रहना पड़े और दम घुटे, और दम घुटते घुटते मेहनत करो अपने ताजमहल को बनाने के लिए. Then get out of it. You know, because getting out is also not the way, you know, क्या होगा एनजीओ के साथ, कब तक वो आपको फंड कर लेंगे और आपको रख लेंगे. आप सड़क पर आप we don't want these kids to go and explore road trafficking and sex trafficking at road. So if they are having abuse at home, to reduce the trauma and abuse, they have to somehow either go far end and call out, or create their own financial dependence and security and start working towards moving out. Slowly
I think
and
those are
gradually.
excellent tips, Akash. Is there any way, how can they reach you in case somebody wants to contact you? How can they reach you?
Absolutely. My email ID is akashkagarwal@gmail.com. I'm active on Insta, Facebook, everywhere, and I respond very quick. Yeah.
Fantastic. So I just urge anyone who is either participating here or is watching this recording later on, please understand you're not alone. There are people like Akash, and he is, I can vouch for this, he is an absolutely gem of a soul. I have always seen his readiness to come forward and help, save, rescue, support in all ways. So if you're going through any sort of a crisis of identity, if you're going through a crisis in your home, if you're struggling, you can reach out to him, you can message him, and he will navigate or guide you further and advise you कि कैसे करना है और क्या करना है. So please do not take any indiscreet steps. Do not consider that this is the end of life. It isn't. Many like Akash have become leaders in the field, and they are hugely respected, and therefore you too will create your own circle of honor and respect.
And you know, they are celebrated and respected because they started doing it to themselves before. अगर आप अपने आप से खुश नहीं हो तो जिंदगी में कितने भी मुकाम हासिल कर लो, आप खुशी नहीं रह सकते. So celebrate your existence and accept yourself first is the only way further.
Thank you so much, Akash. I think with that, Mool Tattva, I think we will end today's wonderful conversation. Please remember his 1-point mantra: celebrate and accept your uniqueness. Thank you so much for being here, Akash. This has been an absolutely wonderful conversation. Thank you and bye-bye.